more in Spanish? Okay, guys, we're running the embargo, please, for 10:30 on Christmas Day, 25th. He's behind you.
Hi, Pep. A couple of managers, Mourinho and Wenger, this morning have expressed their concern at Chelsea having a couple of extra days for their third holiday game. Do you have a view on that?
It's not my business. I came from one place when you play from Burnley 2 months ago, so you play against Burnley 6 months later. Now we're going to play in Burnley next week. So the schedule here is different. The way they decide, it's not my business. I don't know how it works. You have to ask the federation and why they decide this kind of thing. I adapt. So
it just gives them more recovery time, doesn't it, from the Monday game to the Wednesday?
Well, Chelsea will have more recovery time because they don't play in Europe. So it doesn't matter.
So for you.
Don't ask me this kind of question because you have to ask for the people who decide why one team have these games and the other ones. Maybe next season we will have more days, or United or Arsenal will have more days. Because I don't know how is the reason why they decide these kind of things. Because I am new here. You know, you have more experience, prestigious journalists. You know the reason why this kind of thing happens.
I think it's television.
I just television. So you have the answer.
Pep, it's clear in the fact that you bought John Stones that you see him as a long-term proposition for Manchester City and for your system. He hasn't played for the last 2 games. Where does he need to go to get to the level that you think he can get to?
Play.
Play and play.
No.
But if
It's the only way you can improve like a football player. Like a manager, play a lot of games, you're a better manager. So
if you say play and play, but he hasn't played for the last 2,
okay.
Are you resting him or letting him think or looking at videos?
No, play.
What's your plan on that?
Training every day, be fit. When I decide to play, he's going to play again because he played a lot. It's the first time in his career he played every 3 days. Never happened before.
Never Champions League before.
Never Champions before, and Cup, and League One, and every 3 days to be focused, and sometimes you need a little more period, but he played a lot. If you didn't have confidence with him, he would have not played the games that he played, and of course, he has to improve, like Otamendi has to improve, like Kolarov has to improve, and like Vincent's coming back, so all of them. But I decided to play with back four against Watford for some reasons. And the second one, I tried to be the same back four for the Arsenal game. That is the reason why. So I know that people understand when doesn't play because the coach doesn't trust anymore. That is not the truth. It's simple. Our game is, our job is uncomfortable. It's unfair in most of the cases of many players because they deserve to play, but I cannot find another solution. I cannot find another solution for these kind of things. All of them, they have to prepare because that is so long, and now start a tough moment, and immediately arrive the Cup, and immediately arrive Champions League, and everybody has to be prepared.
Does the fact that Stones hasn't played for the last couple of games, does it affect your thinking in terms of your defensive playing philosophy, in terms of the fact that you like to play from the back, and Stones is one of the reasons why that works?
I know every day in the press conference about the philosophy. I have to adapt in England because in England you are so special and so unique. But
well, I'm Scottish,
it's
so
not.
It's different for me.
Why Scottish? Wow.
It's getting worse.
It's more higher and windy. No, that's not going to change. Of course, he's young and he has to improve, but he's open, and especially he has a lot of personality. And when you play in the big teams, the character is the main thing in the big clubs, because all the big clubs buy huge players. I'm not able to say the players from Chelsea, United, Arsenal, Tottenham, all of them, they are no quality. No, all of them they have. The difference is the personality, how they react in the bad moments. John is one of them. I don't have doubts about that.
Pep, could I just ask you about Raheem Sterling? Raheem scored obviously a very good goal against Arsenal to win that game. Could you talk about what you want from him this season and how you've been working with him to develop, because his stats are very good?
Last game he came back in the level he started the season, where the last month and a half was a little bit down. But we cannot forget again how young he is, and he needs to live a lot of experience to become more stable. But in general, his performance during the season was top, was high, and we need this guy for a 1-against-1. Of course, he's not the top scorer, but he has to feel how beautiful is to score goals, how important is for the team, of course, but for him as well. And he scored a beautiful goal the last game, and he gave us a lot. So during the season, especially the first month and a half, he was our key player in front, and of course we need him in that period.
Are you doing anything different in terms of his development, maybe to try and get him in the box more, make him drive forward?
Yeah, when he played more narrow, he can do that. When sometimes I said, today you have to play wide and stay there and make action 1-against-1, it's difficult for him to go to the box. But for example, the first goal, I think it was against Sunderland, against Santa's game, it was action Nolito, and he played in the wide like a winger and arrived in the penalty spot. So I think the strikers and the wingers, they have to move like a little bit like they feel, especially in the last meters. The coaches can control a lot of things, but the boxes, the quality is so important. The influence of the coaches is minor.
Hi Pep. What did you learn from the games against Sunderland, Middlesbrough, Burnley that can help you on Monday at home?
It was quite similar, the games against Tottenham, against Chelsea, against the other one.
But teams lower down maybe that you've...
No, the quality is a little bit, so when Hazard has the ball, or Pedro Willian has the ball, or Harry Kane, or of course, that's why they play in big teams, like Ibrahimovic or this kind of players. But I don't see. I said before, I'm not expecting now like we play against Hull City will be easy, for example, like teams in the top of the league. With my feeling here, it's quite similar.
And you mentioned that it's not impossible that you might do some business next month. Is Virgil van Dijk someone that you might look at?
Next month, Van Dijk come here.
No, is it possible that you might look at bringing in someone like Virgil van Dijk here next month?
Next month, Van Dijk here.
Yeah.
We're going to Southampton to play against them. He's not going to come here next month. Impossible.
Why?
Because he's a Southampton player and we don't want him now. We're going to go to Southampton to play against them there, that's sure.
I understand that, but you said that it's possible that you might sign someone.
I said before, until now, today, if you ask me today, no. But maybe next week we're going to change and we realize we need something special, maybe in one position to give one more player in that position. In that moment we are not too much, especially in the fullbacks, but the other positions, we are quite happy.
Hi Pep, you say you changed to a back four after the Leicester game for many reasons. You said you've adapted to the quality of your players. Were some of the players struggling with the back three and what you wanted them to do, and do you hope to go back to that in future?
Just one play one day in the back three was against Everton. It's the only game we play with three against Everton.
There were games where
we play quite good
in the four, and it's the fluid kind of thing, like Gladbach or Chelsea, when it switches between the two, depending on who's got the ball. But that seems to have gone now. With Watford and Arsenal, it was a lot more basic.
Yeah, but sometimes we play with three. You believe when we three, with the transition, when we have the ball and you have the ball, sometimes we settle with three. It's more comfortable to avoid the counter-attacks. But when they have the ball in the position, the goalkeeper, and make it a goal kick, or we were settled with four. A few times with three, just one against Everton, and Gladbach we played with five. When we didn't have the ball, help us, of course, the five, it was a little bit wingers, but help us, because Jesus and Reich can do that for his effort defensive, for example. We can play in that way. So, of course, maybe we need more time I need more time to convince them. We can use it with ideas to control more, avoid the contact for the opponent, and control more our game. But I think what they change, of course, when we lose 4-0, the people are more, well, what's going on? What happened? We have to make a step forward, and we were more aggressive in the terms, and maybe we take less risk in the positions when always we have to take less risks, not now, always before. For example, the players, all the teams attack to the channel, they attack behind our fullbacks, and they press there. This kind of balls you cannot play, because we are to direction to your goal or to the flag, and all the people that are coming there in that situation you cannot play. And just want to talk before to adjust something, but the way we want to play, I try to remain the same.
But they look more comfortable at the moment.
I'm two games.
But is that what you're
It's 2 games. So when you are 11 games, I would say, yeah, we're more stable in that way, but just 2 games. And I say the same. So in Watford, they cross one boy and I put out, and they score. We are not stable. Now we are stable because we won, but they had the same chances. Or they had, for example, against Arsenal or Chelsea, especially before the 2-1. So we have to be more games to see if that's happened. Because, for example, a lot of games at home, when we didn't win, I remember Everton, I remember Middlesbrough, I remember another ones, we concede few, absolutely anything. But they arrive and score goals. And after we analyze that about how they score, but I am more worried when the opponent create 5, 6, 7, 8 chances. That is something's not going well. But in most of the cases, we concede few.
Pep, Feliz Nadal. Do you think it's more difficult for English players to adapt to, like Raheem and John Stones, to adapt to your technique than it has been for those who have had experience of La Liga?
No, definitely not.
Why not?
Because it's so simple, my game. It's so simple. The people make a lot of theories, but it's so simple that the people expect, and we cannot say the Rush played not good that season.
Hi Pep, what have you missed without Fernandinho being in the team, and is he ready to come straight back in on Boxing Day?
Yeah, Fernandinho is so important for us. To play in 10 positions. He's so important, he's back, yeah, so important. We're happy.
The team's been missing something without him?
Yeah, in Leicester sure, in Watford and Arsenal no. That is definitely yes. When you win, you don't miss absolutely anything. When you lose, you miss the people who didn't play.
Pep, just going back to Boxing Day, just wondering what you've done in the past. Obviously spent it with your family. Have you gone away? Did you try and watch a game of the Premier League on TV and think crazy English? Or how did you spend Boxing Days in the past in Spain and Germany?
Yeah, watching on TV. Some of them, yeah. Not all of them.
Some of the Premier League games?
Some of them, yeah. And some of them when I came for holidays to London, I see live 1 or 2 games, yeah.
So you've actually been here in England on a Boxing Day to watch a game?
Yeah. 1 or 2.
And you enjoy it?
Yeah, a lot. Beautiful.
So you're looking forward to your first experience of it?
Yeah, I don't sleep, I told you. I cannot sleep.
You're being serious?
Serious. I'm joking, come on.
Luis?
Hola, Lu Martín para Movistar Plus. ¿Qué expectativas tiene ante el Boxing Day y cómo lo ha preparado? Si ha tenido que variar algo la preparación para este partido.
No, igual que cualquier otro partido. Hemos tenido más días de los normales respecto al anterior y preparar las sesiones de entrenamiento enfocadas al Hull City y lo que hemos de hacer y mejorar. No ha cambiado nada. No toca, no me lo planteo. Me gustaría estar con mi familia, que no la tengo, pero es lo que hay. No, está bien, estoy curioso de vivirlo. No me preocupa mucho.
So regarding Boxing Day, have you changed anything in your preparation for that match? Same as any other game, we had more days than maybe previous games during the week, but same training sessions focusing on Hull. And how do you feel about living your first Boxing Day here? I didn't think much about it. I'd like to be with my family, but we must be here now, and I feel curious about living my first Boxing Day.
Okay, thank you guys.
Merry Christmas to everybody, enjoy. Hope to see you again. Bye-bye. Huh?